So dear cadets, good morning. So as you know that chapter number 10 I have completely completed. Now the next chapter in the row is chapter number 11. What is the name of this chapter? Transportation in plants and animals. Okay. So what is the meaning of transportation? Transportation means carrying things from one place to another place. Okay. So now you can say, sir, what is the need of transportation in our body? So just try to understand. In our body, what is there? We are taking oxygen from atmosphere. So it should go to the different parts of the body or not? Because all cells require oxygen. Am I correct or not? Okay. So for the transportation of oxygen, some system should be there which can transport oxygen from one part of body to another part of body. What is the next one thing? Nutrients, food we are eating. So we are chewing in the mouth, then it gets digested in our alimentary canal. Do you think that alimentary canal will take that nutrients and store with itself? No. Those nutrients should go to all cells. So transportation is required or not for the nutrients also. Similarly, the waste, just see, if food is digested, so definitely some waste material will also be generated in the body. If those waste materials are present on the one place only, then what would be there? They will be means damaging that body parts where they are being stored. So what should be there? These waste should be transported from the point of generation to the point of disposal. Means they should go out of our body, otherwise they will create complication in our body. So because of these things, we require one well-defined system which can transport these things from one place to another place. So the body, actually we are talking of the human circulatory system only first. Afterwards we will talk about some other things. So in the transportation in plants and animal chapter, what is there? Basically we will discuss about the blood, heart, blood vessels, all these things we will talk about. So first, what is the circulatory system? The system which is responsible for transportation of nutrients and waste from one part of body to another part of body. Here you can write the system which is responsible for transportation of nutrients. Here please write word oxygen also. Nutrients, oxygen and waste from one part of body to another part of body. So that system is known as circulatory system. And as far as human circulatory system is concerned, that is one of the most advanced system in our body. Actually, what is the need of circulatory system? So in the introduction only I discussed about the need of circulatory system. Actually, why do we require circulatory system? Somebody may ask. So we require circulatory system to transport oxygen. Actually, oxygen we are taking and storing in the lungs. But if it is stored only in the lungs, then how it will reach to the different parts of body? So it should be circulated from one part of body to another part of body. So the first need is to transport oxygen. What is the second need? To transport nutrients, because our body requires different kinds of nutrients. Our body requires carbohydrate, fat, proteins, vitamins, and all these things we are taking through our food only. So if food is getting digested in the alimentary canal, so these nutrients will be in the alimentary canal only. So one system should be there which can transport, which can circulate these nutrients from one part of body to another parts of body. Third one is to transport waste from point of generation to point of disposal. So just see, if waste is generated, suppose waste is generated in the alimentary canal, So it should be transported from alimentary canal to the part from where it can be disposed of from the body, that is rectum, anus, through kidney. They are going out or not? So just try to understand. As far as human body is concerned, we have got well defined excretory system which is responsible for the disposal of waste product which are generated in our body. So being a super animal of this universe, we have got well defined circulatory system and well defined excretory system. But some animals which are not so developed, for them what is their circulatory system and excretory system is going all together only, means both work are performed by one system only. But for our body, what is there? Excretory system is separate and the circulatory system is separate. So first we will discuss about the circulatory system of human being. Then we will discuss about the excretory system of human being. Okay, so let us have idea about the circulatory system of human being first. So dear cadets, now as far as human circulatory system is concerned, it is consisted of following parts. So these are the components of human circulatory system. So human circulatory system is made up of three components. First one is the blood. Blood will act as a medium. Okay, it is a medium, and blood has got two parts. One is the plasma. Second one is the blood corpuscles. Are cells only. Cells only. Okay. So as far as the plasma is concerned, it is the fluid part of blood, and it is almost 55% of blood. Second one is the blood corpuscles, are cells. They are 45% of the blood. Blood corpuscles are basically three types. First one is the WBCS. What is the meaning of this one? White blood cells. What is this one? White blood cells. Okay. This one is the red blood cells. Red blood cells. Just try to understand. In RBC only hemoglobin is found. And as far as nowadays you might have heard about in the television, there is a lot of talk about immunity. Which body system is responsible for the immunity? WBCS. They are only the bodyguard of our body. They always act on the foreign invaders. Do you understand the meaning of foreign invaders? Virus, bacteria, all these protozoans, all these are foreign invaders. So when they invade on our body, WBC, they will act as a soldiers performing duty at the borders. So they are responsible for the immunity of human being. WBC. Blood platelets. Try to understand. This is the third cell of blood. And what is the work of this one? Blood platelets. They are responsible for clotting of human blood. Just try to understand. Sometimes minor cut is there on our skin, but automatically blood flow stop after some time. Who is responsible for this one? Blood platelets. They are only responsible for the clotting of blood. If there is no sufficient blood platelets in your blood, then what is there? Survival is not possible. So this is the blood component. Second one is the heart. Heart is the pumping organ of circulatory system. Pumping. It will act as a pump. Just see heartbeat. Have you heard or not? Why heartbeat is produced? Heartbeat is produced because it is continuously pumped. Because of that pump only, it is producing heartbeat. Now, heart has got two chambers. Atrium and ventricle. Atrium and ventricle. Atrium is divided into two parts, left atrium and right atrium. Similarly, ventricle is divided into two parts, left ventricle and right ventricle. Atrium is singular, atria is plural. Okay. Similarly, ventricles is plural, ventricle is singular. Okay. So this is the heart is the second component of blood circulatory system. Okay. Now third part is blood vessels. Blood vessels, they are the tubes of human circulatory system. Through these tubes only blood will flow from one part to another part. There are also three types. The first one is arteries. What is the function of arteries? Arteries always carry pure blood. What do you mean by pure blood? Oxygenated blood. Okay. Pure blood means oxygenated blood from heart to different parts of body. Veins. What are the veins? Veins carry the impure blood. Impure blood means carbon dioxide rich blood. See, in arteries are carrying the blood which is rich in terms of oxygen, and they are going to the cells. Cells will take that oxygen and left the blood, and now those cells, because of oxidation of food, they are producing the carbon dioxide. So the same blood will absorb that carbon dioxide. So who is responsible for carrying that blood, carbon dioxide rich blood? Veins. So veins carry carbon dioxide rich blood, that is impure. And capillaries means where arteries and veins join, that place is known as capillaries. They are the bifurcated. They are bifurcated in so many branches. So this is the complete human circulatory system. So the first component of human circulatory system is blood. So let us have more idea about the blood. So dear cadets, now the first component of human circulatory system is blood. What is blood here? Blood is red color liquid which flows in our body. Now blood has got its own components. So basically the components of blood is two types. First one is the plasma. Already I told, the fluid part, that is 55%. Second one is the blood corpuscles. Blood corpuscles, they are about 45%. Now blood is looking red. So blood is looking red due to the presence of hemoglobin. What is hemoglobin? Hemoglobin is a red color pigment. What is hemoglobin? Hemoglobin is red color pigment. Red color pigment. Because of the presence of hemoglobin, it looks red. Actually, who is binding the oxygen in the blood? This hemoglobin is only responsible for binding the oxygen. And if hemoglobin is not present in the blood, oxygen will not be bound with the blood. So that is why there is one stipulated percentage, and that percentage should be maintained in human body. So now the red color of blood is because of hemoglobin. So under blood corpuscles there are three cells. The number one is WBC. What is the full form of WBC? WBC, white blood cells. And what is their function? They fight against germs, virus, bacteria. If in your body WBC is not there, it means what is there? You will fall sick frequently. So they are the bodyguard of human body. They prevent us from the virus, bacteria and other foreign bodies. The next one is RBC. RBC is red blood cells, and this cell is red because of the presence of hemoglobin. So always remember, all cells are important, but RBC is very important for the blood. If RBC is not there, it means hemoglobin won't be there in your body, and oxygen carrying capacity of your body will be depleted. So what is the function of RBCs? the function of RBCS is binds oxygen. It is written, don't get confused. Binds oxygen with the help of hemoglobin. It is written. And once the hemoglobin is make bond with the oxygen, now it will be circulated throughout the body, because blood is flowing throughout our body. The last cell is blood platelets. Blood, PLATELETS. Don't get confused here due to the lack of space. I have not written properly. Blood platelets. What is their function? They are responsible for clotting of blood. Clotting means freezing of blood. Okay? Don't say the freezing. Clot means what is there? Now blood should not flow freely. That is blood clotting. And this blood, actually when minor cut is there, then it is flowing out. Okay? So if blood platelets are there, so it will be clot on minor injury place. Where it will be clot? Where injury has happened. And now it will not flow. Okay? And try to understand. Nowadays rainy season is there, and there is one disease. What is the name of that disease? Dengue. Whenever dengue bite is there, what is there? Dengue fever is there. There is a sudden decrease in the blood platelets count. That is why it should be maintained. So this is all about the components of blood with their work. Try to understand plasma. Just try to understand. Just collect the sample of blood, small amount. See, keep it undisturbed for some period of time. If from that blood these cells, WBC, RBC, platelets are removed, whatever is left, that is only plasma. So don't say it is colorless, but just see, as when RBC, WBC and this one blood platelets are present, so this will also look red. But once these cells are removed, so it is means fade red, means light red, you can say. It is there. So it is the liquid part or fluid part. Meaning of fluid means liquid part. Okay? So in this way the component of blood is also over. Now next thing is, what are the functions of blood? So the function of blood, that is the important thing. So what is the first function of blood? Try to understand here. The first function of blood is transport oxygen to different parts of body. Note down here. Function of blood. Okay. So what is the first function? The first function is to transport oxygen. Okay? Because in the blood, what is there? Hemoglobin is there, and hemoglobin will bind the oxygen and it will form oxyhemoglobin, and now it will circulate throughout the body. To transport oxygen by binding it with hemoglobin. Hemoglobin. Okay, that is it. What is the second one? To regulate body temperature. Okay, try to understand. To regulate body temperature. Now you may ask, how blood is responsible for means maintaining the body temperature. Try to understand. See, places where means a lot of work is on. See, let us see the hand. Now right now I am writing, my brain is also working. Okay, so that area wherever machine is working, it is producing heat or not. So the body parts which works, that side what is there, body temperature is more. And try to understand, if that area body temperature will be more, then what could be there? One stage will come when the functioning of that body parts may stop. So just see, the work of blood starts here. time and again blood is flowing that parts. So whatever heat is generated in that parts, it will absorb and it will circulate to other body parts where body temperature is less. So throughout day and night, the body temperature remains constant. Always remember, because of the continuous flow of blood, our body temperature remains constant. Okay? In means I am not talking about environmental temperature. I am talking of body temperature. Until unless you fall sick. Okay? So who is responsible? Blood is only responsible. What is the third function of blood? The third function of blood is to excrete. To excrete, or simply just say to transport nutrients. Transport nutrients. Just try to understand. In digestion chapter I taught you, there is a absorption process in the small intestine. Once the food is digested, so their nutrients, they are mixed with the blood. Okay. Now absorption, and after absorption, what is happening? Assimilation. What is the meaning of assimilation? Meaning of assimilation is those nutrients which body has acquired after digestion, that should be transported to the place where it is required. So just see, all cells, they require nutrients. So who will supply those nutrients? Blood only. So to transport nutrients to different body parts. What is the fourth one? The fourth function is to transport waste. Just try to understand. See, in our body, different body system is working. Different body system is working or not? Like respiratory system, circulatory system, excretory system, reproductive system, nervous system. So all system, after performing work, they generate some waste. That waste may be less or more. The maximum waste is generated by the digestive system, okay, and the excretory system. So just see, don't think that the body system will throw it out of body. No, what is there? They will generate those waste, and those waste will be mixed with the blood, and all will go pass through the kidney. And kidney, what it will do? It will filter them. And means kidney work is to take out the waste from the blood which are flowing through the blood. So time and again blood is flowing through the kidney. So okay, who is responsible for transporting the waste? Blood is only responsible, na? It is taking those waste to kidney, and kidney is filtering all. It will filter, and now it will send to the large intestine, and after large intestine it will be excreted out of body. So these are there are some more works. It is responsible for the immunity of human being also, because in the blood only WBC is there. But basically 4 function is important. In this way, today's means time limit is over. Now this is the time to give you some questions. So today how many things I taught? Today basically I started with circulatory system. So the first question is, what do you mean by circulatory system? What do you mean by circulatory system? Circulatory system. Okay, first question. Next question is, write the components constituents of circulatory system. Okay, system. Okay. Third question, this is 1, 2. Now question number third. Write the component of blood. Write the components of blood. Okay, blood. No problem. I hope that you will complete. Question number 4. Write the function of function of blood. Function of blood. Okay. So these are the some of the questions, and their answer you should write. Some small question, one word answers are also there. So now in the next video, means tomorrow, I will complete those questions also. Don't worry, I will not left any corner untouched. Meantime, I will not leave any stone unturned. Thank you.